Match is live. Thank you, ESEA. R5 red, and the Top Guns are pooping on the blue. We're going to see how the demos play here. Brad not known as a super fast demo. Duatna's very solid all around. See both demos actually. Duatna's taken back of Train so far. Heavy Valley play for blue. They're going to bomb up right now. Here it is. Actually, an air shot right away onto Z Bryant, and Pure goes down to the charging Australian. But look at Grape with a double onto DJ and Duatna. That might win him the mid here. Both medics are down. Only Yuki remains, but Carnage! Welcome back to Invite with a triple kill at middle. Man, I blinked my eyes. We're in 2009 again. Justin Carnage wins a mid for the blue guys.
Yeah, huge exchange of frags on the middle point. We saw the Top Guns get the better of that. Carnage going big, like you said, with the triple kill. And now the Cap putting them at the top of the scoreboard with 5 points out.
Yeah, he's just going to go crazy here. DJC's thinking about jumping to deny this. These .5 interp hilariously makes the projectiles laggy, but it's either this or you see the slideshow that we saw on Thursday of last week. Majority vote from the casters, and Enigma say, you know what, we're just going to deal with a slow, laggy projectiles. At least this is borderline watchable, and that's great. Retake of Spire gets denied by the Top Guns, and that's going to force back R5. Yuki is down. There's a scout, Sean Bud, getting aggressive, and he's actually going to back out and be alive as well. Frag on the front door looks like by Duatna, so 5v6, but Uber coming in for Ninja Nick. Justin, they're going to go right in.
Yeah, here comes, it's actually a crit, and it's popped over.
Oh, wow.
She goes down. Pure gets another kill onto DJC, and there's the crit rocket onto Yuki. Blue team swarming this point. Brad is still up, throwing all sorts of pipes. There's an equalizer on him. Duatna! Powered stick is Duatna takes down, and there's the regular powered stick killing Pure finally, and this is a defense of the ages, Ellen.
Oh my god, that was one of the craziest defenses ever. I think it was Sheep that had the stick. Of course, the Roamer has to pull the stick out. Duatna and Sheep, one stick versus the medic who had his Ubersaw out, but piped right in the face by Duatna. The hold there, I don't know if they're going to get anything off of that. Ninja Nick, sorry guys, I missed the crits. He's back on regular Uber. Overseer's back up with a tiny advantage, 10% advantage. She's on regular Uber as well. And Carnage is sniping, looking for footage for Meat Shot Volume 4.
Yeah, well, 4 or 5, or definitely some sort of meat poop coming in here as he's peeking from lower. He's going to take a lot of damage though, so he gets put to 50 HP. He's getting healed up by his medic. Still taking a look at Carnage. Can he work anything? We had some presence on the point by Great, but Duatna is going to det on him. And now there's a scout pushing bottom middle. Whole lots of frags going off. Carnage takes down DJC, and only 3 left alive for the defending team, Alex.
Yeah, and there's actually pressure. Carnage is still up. Here comes the combo as well, trying to get onto Duatna. He's getting tanked now. Z Bryant drops to Juna. Downpour helps his demo out. Carnage still taking shots. Haven't heard a headshot. Maybe I'm lagging too much or whatevering too much, interping too much. He did get one. He got one. But that's going to back out that push. They were just trying to get onto the point. Actually, smart play by the Top Guns, seeing if they could sneak a cap. We saw a couple of those yesterday from HRG. Sneaky scouts just running on the point. But nice hold on awareness by R5, and we're resetting a pretty crazy... By the way, DJC frag count, point count, still at 0, so still waiting for the first ever DJC invite point/kill or 2 assists or anything.
I do like what I'm seeing, though, at R5. They're sort of making a statement saying, yeah, we lost middle pretty handily, but we're going to defend our last tier. They did a great job. We just saw defending it when they were down an advantage. Now we have equal advantages. Both teams trying to get something going here, but a nice job from R5 holding their last point against all odds, it seems.
Yeah, both medics have Ubers. Carnage still sniping, trying to find that pick to open up the push possibility here as I get alt-tabbed hilariously. Thank you very much, computer. I'm still in the game, full screen window mode, man, so good. And we're just waiting for a pick. I think the poops eventually here are just going to push in. But Carnage doing that old style, just sniping right down the gut, Bloodsire, but no one's there. Maybe trying to shoot stickies? I don't know.
He's not going for the stickies. I was about to say that might be a move you want to do. We did have a det, though, so there aren't stickies on the point right now, and there's a scout trying to get on it. That is Great.
Overseer dropped Uber up top left. She was watching all the stuff happen on point, and she dropped. That's terrible news because that is your game round, I should say. Game still in question, but the first round is going to go to the Top Guns. Overseer was distracted, and I think Z Bryant bombed in onto her. Nice attempt at a hold there. Duatna has a lot of points compared to the rest of his team. I'm going to quickly do math and say that his team has 1 more point combined than he does. So Duatna doing some heavy lifting here. We'll see if he can win R5 mid-fight number 2. Similar strat for the blue side. Top Guns doing heavy valley play. They're just going to bomb right up, but Pure goes down early. Soldier presence all over the place. Overseer gets pushed by Carnage, who's just dominating these mid-fights so far. Even frags going off 3v3, but Ninja Nick is alive, although he is not alive after saying that because Yuki took his life. Yuki's pushing back the last member alive, Sean, or Carnage, who ducked into his second spawn, Duwatna. Everyone's so low there. And actually, Yuki's going to trade off with Z Brian. Pretty even trade there. Big scout for Pocket Soldier, and Red does win that mid, and DJC got a point, so there you go.
Yeah, the goose egg gone for DJC, and there's a cap from the red team. So I was going to say that Top Guns look like they have the better mid-fight there, but R5 with the DM presence were able to turn the tides in their favor. Now they have middle, and the Ubers are a little bit in their favor.
I'm trying to find, I'm in my console right now trying to see who DJC killed for the first kill of his invite career. I don't know if anyone's stream caught it. Go ahead and say it because I'm too lazy / need to cast a game, can't just scroll up wall of text here. We are holding off at middle here. Overseer has a bit of an advantage. I'm going to go do a crits check here because Ninja Nick went early. He does not, and she does not. So we have Uber versus Uber. But R5 electing not to push, so I guess they didn't know. They had a pretty substantial 30% advantage, which is evaporating as we speak, so now we're just going to see kind of a whole probably sheep roamer bomb and try to open something up here.
This is something that if you go and watch the demo later, this is a huge mistake from R5. This was their opportunity to push. A better team or a more experienced team would be pushing off this. To comment on what you said about DJC, Alex, it was great. Grape goes down to DJC, and Yuki's opening up. Grape goes down again to Yuki, and actually we have the Uber came in on the flank, so the blue Uber and the red Uber are both popped right now. Blue team has a little bit of advantage from an extra player. Oh, look at these kills.
Yeah, they all got destroyed here. Overseer's firing crossbow bullets onto Duwatna, who's, I guess, going to try to hold mid by himself. But that's Carnage in your face. Meat shot, ha-ha. And only Overseer remains. I don't know if anyone's even going to get forward spawn. It looks like 3 will, in fact. So might be able to hold this, but Ninja Nick's getting his Uber advantage. Didn't see how that push fell apart there, Justin, but they pushed in through diagonal, through the house, did R5, and they just got shut down.
And it's doubly bad because Overseer had nobody to heal, so she was just running around, and as a result, they're at a huge Uber disadvantage. She's only got 20. Ninja Nick is already at 70%, and they are climbing, so any forward hold isn't going to work out here, as we are going to see the Top Gun combo coming into the top bats any moment now, and pushing R5 out of the lobby.
Yeah, Duwatna has a sticky trap right where Blue is going to enter here up on that left bats area, so maybe a Banny Det helps save this round. 40% advantage in melting as Carnage gets meat shot by the Australian, so that'll help stall out this push, and the advantage melting away right now in the hands of Top Guns. They are only 20% away from Uber, but they did smartly change around. No sticky trap kill as Duwatna does det those off, so he's back at last, but I believe Overseer is going to get her Uber if she manages to pop it. Hopefully she does, and they should be able to defend this. At least Uber v Uber.
Yep, that was a huge underestimation on my part. That was a good forward hold. It did exactly what they wanted it to do, and they got Uber as a result. So a great play from R5. I commented before how they were had a nice last hold, and they had another nice one. Turning the advantages back so it's not so bad. And now we have equal Uber. Is Carnage spawned up as a sniper? He is a scout. So no, we're just gonna go cookie cutter for this lineup. So yeah, I guess we're gonna have to go for a pick here somehow.
Well, we saw last time, I think Z Brian jumped onto the point and then straight up the pipe of the point itself, which is, you can actually land on the inside of those rungs up there. It's kind of trolly and it's kind of funny, but Z Brian's a very skilled jumper, and it's something that takes attention away. He's actually going to try it again. It was Grape, not Z Brian, who gets deaded on by Duwatna. Overseer did have to pop her Uber, and actually Ninja Nick is not going to pop his. He's just fine back on bats, so they do lose 3, and I don't think R5 is going to have any forward momentum. They're going to have to try, though. I think they are going to do that, pushing onto bats. Actually do force the pop. DJC, I think, got around, jumped bats or something. They're going to cycle out Uber, and I think we're going to be back to a sort of even footing on R5's last after all that.
Yeah, I've seen lately a lot of innovative ways to push last. Teams getting cute, trying to sneak a scout on, or do a play where they rush the Uber onto the point and flash the Uber so that the team's forced to pop their Uber. And there's a lot of cute things happening. We saw Top Guns do that. Unfortunately, they were forced to pop. Do we have a pause or am I late?
I was gonna say, look, it was like, if the game was a car driving, it was like kind of pumping the brakes there. It was like a stuttered to a pause stop there. I thought I was lagging as well. The Source TV just decided to die. And then in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, let me say again that the weird projectile speed that you see on our camera is as a result of us having to max our interp so we can actually watch this game being played and not like stuttering, unwatchable lag. Anyone who watched Thursday knows what I'm talking about, and I think this is a better trade. So once again, that's just something we have have to do. I know it sucks, but you know, it's better than the flip book that we would be showing you otherwise.
Yeah, it was definitely a slideshow. It was the 10 FPS version of the TFTV cast, and that's not fun for anybody. It actually is kind of fun to go first person on the demo man and watch him just lob stickies, and they come out about a second later after he shoots them. It's pretty funny.
Right. Everyone who's played with maybe a 200 ping, you know that feeling. It's like your rocket launcher or projectile pipe sticky launchers. Like you have like gravy in it, covering it, and those projectiles just kind of like splurt out. Like it's just so slow. So that's what it looks like. It's too bad, but I think it's the best option we have right now. So R5, they're holding last pretty well, man. Duwatna's still just lugging his team around. Has a domination somehow through all of this. They definitely miss Mela. DJC, I think he's doing the best that he can, but it's tough, man, when you don't have your regular pocket. Mela is certainly one of the better pockets that we have in Invite, so they're missing him, but I think they're doing pretty well, all things considered, and Top Guns, they look good, man. They were a LAN team last year, well, in the form, in fully torqued or whatever form they were last season, so they're considered a favorite to make LAN again. They look the part, outplaying R5, but R5's not out of this yet.
Yeah, they are looking good. It's still early on in this match, so I'm waiting to see if they hit a stride and really pull away from R5. Like you said, DJC, not exactly Mala, but you know, doing his best. Talking about Duwatna and projectiles, if you take a look in lower lobby by the stairs right now in the red last, there's a rocket and a sticky sort of being exchanged mid-air. Yeah. And that's going to be interesting when we unpause and see who gets the better of that fight. I can't... Z Brian actually is very hurt, and I
think Z Brian is about to die.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Zed Brian. But maybe Shambud can come and get a revenge kill. Duwatna will be fine after the rocket. Looking at it's basically even Uber as well. I want to point out something, Justin, and I always get made fun of by our lovely stream chat and everybody else that can fully charge and chat and things for not knowing anything about the game. But I want to point out that Carnage has he's real life tattoos are on his scout. Why does he have like? Those are like, what's it called? A tramp stamp, like the dragon on the lower back, but it's on his biceps. His little Brooklyn, or the little Boston biceps in the scout. It looks kind of intimidating, actually, the whole package with the skull and then the tats. Looks like he just got out of prison.
Yeah, and he's wearing some miscellaneous item on his eyes that are making his eyes glow yellow, so behind that mask, it looks pretty intimidating, like you said. Definitely the red bloody skull hanging off his his meat shotgun, and then the tats on the arm. Pretty intimidating, I guess. I'm wondering Yuki is too intimidated by it though, because he has 212 ping, and that's intimidating.
Right, you can't even see the thing; it's lagging around. But I'm wondering why he doesn't dye the cow's skull or whatever is around his head green. I think he's made a crucial mistake there. Carnage, come on, man. Haha. No, okay. Like 4 people who played back when we played got that joke, and they're like just laughing hysterically. Well, everyone else is like, "What the hell is he talking about?"
If you take a look at his avatar, you can see. Jokes.
Also true. There. Good looking man right there. That's when Carnage was 19 years old, 27 years ago. No, alright, so long pause here. I haven't gotten word actually what happened in the game. If we hit tab, the combined ping of the 2 scouts is like 640, so I'm guessing Downpour, who is only Canadian, he's foreign, but not that foreign. I think he's got some lag or something going on. Maybe they're waiting for it to go down. Foster. The medic, invite medic for Vector is telling me that he just rejoined, and in fact, they're going to unpause, and see Brian, in fact, is dead. R.I.P. Hopefully, they play the bagpipes at his funeral. In the meantime, guys, I'll say this right now, Justin, that the HUD will not reset until later on in the game, no matter what magical chant TrukTruk attempts to do. TrukTruk, not his fault, so please don't say HUD reload scheme. Actually, you know what? Say it. Say HUD reload scheme. Just get it out of your system. But in the meantime, R5 actually retaking Spire. I like the aggression here.
Yeah, very good. They have time to be on the point. There are hurt members. Yuki with only 12 HP, and Pure is going to take advantage of that, putting 2 stickies onto Scar, Lick, and Yuki. Shamba takes down Duwatna now, so 3 down for R5. There goes a 4th. Shamba takes down Juna. And now it's just the medic combo. DJC and the medic who have Uber left alive to defend here versus Scout, Alex.
Oh, DJC, I'm so scared right now that he's not going to do anything with his solo Uber. He's watching 4 guys circle around. He's going to try to go for this Scout, which is up top, and the Scout's going to drop down on the point and cap. Oh, IDOC. Oh, man. Well, he tried. It was a 2v more than 2, and DJC, you know, he's got 4 points now, Justin. He's almost caught up to Grape at 5. But that's going to be the second round here. Top Guns. I said I like the aggression, but Brad caught him on Spire with a double, and that just kind of toppled down the house of cards. But why don't you go ahead and take mid-fight number 3?
All right, well, both teams are arriving to middle right now. Looks like a little bit of a different look from the red team. R5 electing to go into Valley and have a much slower middle right now. Here comes the bombing soldier. That's great. He goes down with Dewanta Pipe. Shumbud's going to take down Scarlet, so 1 down for both teams, and both teams are playing way more passive this time. Neither getting into the other team. Red have a huge presence on the point, though. Time 6 on the point. There's a scout on the medic. Overseeker, she's down to 30 HP, and she goes down, actually. So no medic for the red team.
Yeah, she just kind of fell underneath. I actually think R5 would have won that if she stayed up, but she got pushed away underneath, and that's where the Sharks live. We still do have a DJC alive. He's not trying. His natural roaming instincts, as I do see later cbear being said by Sheep. Man, it's my team. Well, I hope that they can make us more competitive. Justin, you used to be the good luck charm. You casted 1 game last year, and it was by far the best game we had all season long. But now we're going 7-0 spree for our last 2 games. So hopefully,
and it's
R5...
back-to-back too. It's very unfortunate right now. But yeah, like you said, we do have Top Guns. We have a sniper. Yuki takes down Pure, so a big pick from the red sniper, taking down the blue demo. That's going to help them try to defend Spire, unless they do anything about this time 3 on the point.
Yeah, DJC was thinking about jumping, but running down that Bats hallway in the face of all that spam, not going to happen. We do have frags being exchanged. Scout v Scout. Z Brian with a nice shotty onto his pocket counterpart. Drops down DJC for the domination. Overseer, actually, I'm still looking back in the days when the HUD looked like it did before the pause. She actually doesn't quite have Uber yet, but there is the blue Uber. Can she get it in time? Oh my god, she's at 98%. She's got the Uber saw out, but she won't get it. A heartbreaker for her, 98%. And that is going to spell the end of the first half, 3-0. The Poops, very strong, even though their name is funny. Justin, back to you. I don't know. What'd you see in the first half? It just, other than a couple holds, it looked like R5 was just getting pushed around. So, not fully torqued. The Top Guns, they look actually a lot better than I expected. I'd say that I thought they'd be bad, but Carnage's playing pretty well in this game. He's top scorer on his team, and he's hitting the meat, so it's good.
A lot of hardships for R5. They did have the first drop of the game, and like we saw yesterday, the first drop gets in a team's head, and it doesn't spell anything good. They are down their actual pocket, and they have DJC filling in, so there's that. And we did have a disconnect, so a lot of things going wrong for R5. Carnage playing well is also not something you want to see if you are R5. So yeah, they're down 0-3 right now. I don't think they have it in them, Alex, to come back, but I'm still pulling for those 3 rounds to at least make my prediction correct.
Right. I think I gave him 2. Actually, I don't remember. I think I said 5-0. No, I didn't. We saw R5 the first match I think we casted this season. No, actually the second one. It was the laggy game, so it was hard to see, but they clearly beat AG, who are a good and a solid invite team, and they had pace, and they were very aggressive team. I'm not sure what the difference is. I mean, one could point to DJC not being there then and is now, but even just one player doesn't really tell the story, because other than the last holds, they've been getting pretty much outplayed. So at this point, I'd ask the invite guest or whatever, since the only invite player in here is, well, technically both of us, but really only you. What would you change if you're R5? Have you seen anything other than just hit shots, or what?
I mean, it's hard to say. The first 2 middle rounds, they elected to go their side on Train. Yeah. And they just got destroyed by the aggression from Top Gun. So in the 3rd round, they went Valley. They hung around Closet, and it was much more passive play, and it worked out for them. But like you said, their medic, Overseeker, got cut out. She fell off the point, and then things really went downhill from there. So if I was them, I would go back to that more passive sort of middle fight. Try to take things slower, avoid the initial bomb by Top Guns, and then try to spread out from there, really focus fire and call damage. But I mean, it's hard. It's hard when you have a 200 ping. Well, no, maybe not when you're 200 ping scout, but when you don't have your pocket, it's really hard to have that synergy that you need to take down a top team like Top Gun seem to be.
Yeah, back in the days of when I used to theory craft, back when I knew this game a little bit, and say you don't want to be the team that gets jumped on almost without unless you're really good, like you're Tyler and you hit every air shot. Getting bombed on is bad, and even though we've called R5 in better position at mid, like they're on the point while they're looking at the Top Guns guys are just ready to bomb them. It's much harder to defend that than it is to bomb yourself. I mean, the ground is a bigger target than the air strafing soldier or whatever, so... I don't know, I guess at this point when you're down 0-3, you just have to turn it around. I would say just be aggressive, just get as aggressive as possible, maybe even stupidly so. I would say for the soldiers just to try to give Duwatna something to shoot at, because really, even though his team is getting destroyed, he's clearly one of the top 2 or 3 players in the server right now. I mean, he's having himself a really good game, but it's hard to tell because his team is getting owned.
I would actually like to see R5 have a under the bridge push.
Yeah.
I think we have seen that the Top Guns have been very aggressive, bombing, I think, all 3 power classes, both soldiers and the Demo Man, onto the red choke. So if they went underneath, they went Valley and then pushed underneath, they might be able to catch the medic out when his power classes jump up there to try to catch the red guys. That could be an easy medic pick, and then things can domino from there. But yeah, you don't want to get jumped on. I don't know. It's hard, Alex. Like I said, they are down their pocket, so they lack that synergy.
Yeah, it's tough. What I would do, actually, I figured it out, Justin. The key to R5 winning is I would take DJC's shotgun and I'd just put it away for the next half, and I'd bust out those shiny silver shoes, man. Double gunboats. Yes, and just jump everywhere. That would actually probably be a better option. I don't know. I'm gonna message him that right now, actually.
Yeah, and then you could pocket the Demo, you could pocket Duwatna or Yuki, and have things go from there. I like it.
Yep.
That is a kind of a meta that we've seen some teams run. It's effective if you do it correctly. When you have 2 soldiers bombing into you all the time, it can be very, very effective. The gunboats, as you know, are legal, so don't worry, and both soldiers can do that.
Yep. Oh man, I thought of so many dumb jokes while you were saying like the under the bridge thing. I'm not
Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yeah, thank you.
I was going to call it, but I didn't do it.
Yeah, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're called the Chili Pepper Stride. Just go under the bridge. I love that song, by the way.
It's a good one.
And there's someone asking in chat, or many people asking who's doing the camera work. It is TrukTruk. So Red TF2, I know you're watching, man, and I know you're mad that I haven't said like 8 things about TrukTruk being the cameraman. He is the cameraman. He is awesome. His name is Truck twice. He's a deuce. I haven't said that in a while. I love that nickname.
Did you know that if you actually spell his name backwards, it's like his real name?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. By the way, I'm not sure what the holdup is. We've not gotten 12 back in the server at halftime. Sean Bud left, and he left twice. I guess he's back in. Maybe ping issues, but we do have 12 now. Hilariously enough, Carnage fake forfeit win thing. You know, the dot report FFW did comma report FFW, bringing back intense memories from both Bloodsire and me about a time in history when that happened. In a
it's funny,
music video that
I played a pug with him recently, and that came up, and he was saying how he actually is still not sorry. So you're not sorry.
It's true. I can't really say any of the other quotable parts of that song.
Boys.
I guess we can say that. Get your boy. Yeah, I was gonna say the Mackie part, but that's probably too hard for our PG-13 rated TFTV stream. Hey, second half, we'll stop the banter, and we're gonna switch colors. Maybe the blue side is the better side, as we like to say. Poops. The Top Guns on red, and the team that's down 0-3, the Fighting R5s. Pirates, I guess. I always think of Pirates. R, yeah, that's funny too. They're on blue. So here we go. Big bomb actually right away by Scarlet. He's gonna go as deep as possible, trying to get behind, doing the old Dave AC strat, and actually he's going to take some pressure off. Sean Bud loses a fight to Downpour, and there comes the aggression. Yuki as well onto Carnage. This is actually looking great for R5. DJC with a shoddy kill. Holy, sound the big play horn if you have one. The GG button needs to be hit. But this mid's not over. Z Brian just took out the medic and Yuki. He's got the stick out. He's watching the scout try to shoot the Demo who has a bottle in his hand. Oh my lord. They're going to win the mid-fight, but that last little bit there, I don't know if the TrukTruk got all that on camera, but that looked very silly.
Yeah, Juna took down the medic there, and then there was a whole lot of chaos that devolved. But a much better middle from R5. They did exactly what we said they should do, and they had more of a sustained middle. Nobody died in the first few seconds of the middle fight. They were able to flip the middle fight, go onto the enemy team, choke, and from there spread out and do a whole lot of damage. And now they won themselves a middle win because of it. So, yeah, the Uber advantage is in their favor too, so let's see if they can finally push second.
Yeah, we've seen them in this position, I think, one other time in the game. They got wiped. By the way, maybe not the best time to say this, but I've been corrected. Memphis Vaughn says it's Poop Dollar. It's from Workaholics, so I don't know that, so I'm just going to keep calling them the Poops because I can. Ha 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 ha. Duwatna goes down. I didn't actually see where that was, but he's been doing so much without him. I kind of worried that R5 might be up too far. They do get Spire. That Uber advantage, actually. I didn't think it was going to be a 60% advantage, Justin, but it is, because Overseer has hers. She doesn't have her demo, but I think R5 has to push anyway. This advantage is their best shot. They're just kind of... Ooh, I think they're actually going to wait for the demo. Probably the smarter thing to do, but yeah.
I don't know. I don't really like it. It's such a huge advantage that you at least want to get in there and do a whole lot of damage. In the end, it might be better because Carnage is on Pyro, but they didn't know that, so just on its merits, I don't agree with the push. But here is the pop. Ninja Nick did get his Uber, and the Pyro's going to work. DJC is going to take down Grape, but we are going to use Yuki. We're going to lose Yuki on the red team, on the blue team, excuse me. Red team are down 2 right now, Sean and Grape, Alex.
Boy, that first part of that Uber, actually, you know what, this fight's not over. DJC's got another one. Maybe he's starting to warm up. 4v2 situation. There it is. The point does go. Wow, okay, so the running trend of our casts, or at least my cast, where I say, oh, what a terrible play, that ends up working. I saw the Uber on a Boston bashering scout trying to get up, and then he got air blasted. That was like a good 60% of the Uber, but they did a great job, did R5 of kind of pushing it everywhere, spreading out along the Badlands last point, and actually won the game, trying to pull closer to even, 3-1 now in favor of Poop Dalla. Actually, I like that too, but here we go, mid-fight, number 5. See the over-aggression by Grape trying to counter what Sheep did last. Sheep does get shut down, so Shambud stayed back and dropped that bomber, but Grape does get bounced out of this mid-fight, so both roamers are going to be down, but R5 probably has the worst of this. There comes... Oh, Z Brian got in onto Overseer. I thought she was going to be safe at choke, but no, she is dead. Downpour is still at mid. I don't know what he's thinking of doing, Justin, but he's going to have a good old 1v5, and they're actually looking around at the top gun, so I actually think they know he's there, and they're going to look for him here, as actually he made it back to second spawn, so I thought he was thinking about trying the big play, but he's just going to go back to bats and shoot a pistol.
Yeah, he thought better of it in the end. What we saw there on middle was the mark of a better team. R5 tried to do the same strat that won in the middle last time, and it was completely countered by Top Guns. They knew what to do to counter it, and now they are pushing the Spire. Uber is forced to pop, and Yuki is going to take down Grape, so 2 down now for the red team, and their Uber is popped. Overseeker is only at about 30% though, so it's not that big. Duwanta takes down Seanbud, and Z-Brian's going to kill Yuki.
Gotta go to the Brad camp. Brad has Demo jump behind, and in the meantime, Ninja Nick is staying in this fight. He does go down. Brad tries to get in on the combo, but DJC says, no, sir. Wow, that's all 5 down. Great hold. Yuki headshot onto Grape. Really helped. No roamer pressure. That Uber onto Shamba was lifted just in time for Duwatna to dead on him, and the Uber was basically nullified. And now Overseer has hers basically in her back pocket, 90%. They were going to be able to take mid, so... Justin, are we seeing a comeback here? Oh my god.
It could be, and during that fight, Pure and the medic, Demo and the medic for the red team had the long spawn, 10 seconds, so blue team were able to get in onto middle. They have the Uber. Here they go. They need to not misstep like they did last time. It's a huge advantage, and it's forced to be popped. Where is that? On flank? Yeah, it's coming onto Gray Bridge right now. Whole lot of blue guys in lobby. Here come the frags from Duwanta. DJC's going to take down Z Brian, and Yuki's going to clean up Ninja Nick, so the medic down for the red team. Only the scouts for red.
There's a back cap right now on middle. Carnage is like, you know what, you guys got that. We're just going to go cap. But Duwatna's walking on the middle. He's going to fight Carnage. Carnage walks off the point. I don't know about that one, Carnage. I think you might have actually been able to just cap mid there. But now Carnage is still behind or towards his diagonal area. Actually lost eyes on him. What a fight by R5. They got into lobby and cut off Ninja Nick's escape. Duwatna is just everywhere right now, playing very well. By the way, Justin, there is an N in his name. It's Duwatna, not Duwata. It's not that.
Did I say that?
I think so. Maybe it's
it's actually just my accent, yeah.
Alright, well, there's an N.
Duwata over here is doing good. And he's gonna fight Carnage on the middle point. Yeah, I think you're right though. Carnage probably could have capped that middle. It's kind of hard when you're a scout. You don't want to get sticky spammed and die. Maybe you can kill the demo, but actually forget all that. As the blue Uber is popped, it's coming in top right. They're fighting a sentry. The sentry does go down, and this Uber has not gotten a kill yet. Actually, the top guns are gonna get the first 3 frags, and they didn't even have Uber. Duwata's gonna take down Carnage, but there's only now 2 left alive. It's the medic demo. The medic goes down, Alex, and now it's just Duwatna, the blue demo, left alive.
Yeah, he's got 2 stickies on the door there. He might be waiting for the medic to come out. Now he does that. Duwatna's done all he could there. Downpour got really close to capping that point, but the ordering of that push was just off. R5, if they push the point right there, we saw just everyone on red collapse on it. As in the meantime, nice force by Sheep. does get that red Uber to go, but I don't think middle is going to be holdable here. Yuki is sniping as well, if he can get in a position to get a shot off, but he's actually in-house. He's just going to walk back to his second spawn here and transfer over to the scout pieces. Actually, no, he's going to stay sniping, so he likes that ping, man. He's doing his Brazilian power impersonation. He's going to dome somebody. Actually, his headshots have been on point so far, so I guess I can't really critique the play until he gets killed there.
Yeah, Carnage is going to rush in, as Carnage, we know Carnage loves to do, rushes straight in, takes out the sniper, and now he's in the backfield.
Behind, yeah.
And this is Carnage's game, everybody. This is what he used to do. He used to just come in, meat shot somebody, and run around and cause havoc as he tries to 1v1 your team behind you. He is going to get cleaned up by Jonah. I'm going to call him Jonah, actually.
Like Jonah Hill?
Well, there's a whale on the other team, and that's pure. And there's Jonah Hill on the other team, too, Sean Bud. So, Jonah and the whale, there.
There you go. Actually, nice hold there. Yeah, Carnage used to get behind, but he would just turn sprees, just turn around on its head there. DJC goes down, entering, but he's going to trade off with Grape, kind of running a double roamer setup with Duatna pocketing, and I like that setup, but the Poops are going to clean up 2 more. Sheep and Yuki go down, so 3v5 situation, and that is going to cue R5 to back up. They still do have Duatna, who I think has stickies somewhere up there. Maybe they found him or he deaded them, but I think Spire is going to go now. Wow, look at the Uber getting very aggressive in here. Duatna's going to get a return Uber, and actually they're going to take a scout in as well. Sean Bud does a nice job of delaying the push. His team is trying to cap Spire. Duatna's on the medic. Ninja Nick does get away. DJC is dead again to Z Brian, and the point does go, so now there's going to be the Warrior of the back half. R5 has to get out. Jonah does go down. Yuki is going to die as well. Oh, maybe not by himself. But wow, a nice push by R5. Got in early with that Uber, and they've won Spire from it.
Yeah, definitely a good push from them, and now we see Top Gun back, we have Top Gun pushing the last point right now. There's a scout trying to get around. That's Sean, but he's just going to edge the point, Alex, and he's going to cap it.
Yep. Sometimes you just get a point when you walk on it, and it's good. So that's 4-1 now. Kind of a heartbreaker round for R5. They definitely had a big advantage in the round. They screwed up, I believe, there was a true heartbreaker round. They were pushing last, so that qualifies CV somewhere. A heart was broken, my friend. Here we go. I think R5's playing better, man. They could still win this. Take it all the way back. It would be one hell of a comeback. So we're going to see mid-fight, let's call it number 7 or 6 or some number that's greater than 5. Anyway, again, Grape with big aggression play does get a kill as well. So that's going to work out. DJC and Juna with retaliation frags of their own. Still a very even mid 4v4. I'm not even sure where the red combo is. I think they're underneath the bridge. Oh, Pure and Shamba are going to get 2 more, but Ninja Nick goes down. 2v2 situation. DJC's got his shotty out. Shamba's at 9 health. Yuki just pokes him from distance with his scatter, and I think that's going to win the mid. Wow, what a crazy mid. Brad's actually getting pressured by Yuki now, who has absolutely, he will not stop, Justin. His W key is held down, and R5 barely wins a mid, a very competitive mid.
I actually don't like that push from Yuki. It was a little too aggressive. He could have been capping the point. In the meantime, his fellas on this team could have spawned up quicker, gotten that forward spawn. So they had to wait for the point to be capped. Pure was well safe in that forward spawn by then. So, just a little meta there, but we do see that R5 does cap the point, and they have a 20% advantage or 15% advantage. Pure is going to take down Yuki, though, so this is going to stunt any hopes of pushing that they had.
I think R5's going to get aggressive. Yeah, there's that great bomb on middle. Pushes Overseer underneath, and she's at 30 health. Every time she's fallen underneath, she dies, and Pure is going to get her with a sticky where she tried to make her retreat, and there goes R5. Wow, only Juna gets a frag. He's still alive somewhere. He's pushing middle. 1v a lot, more than 1, and he's gonna die to the C Brian Bomb, and Yuki's sniping now, so he knew what was gonna happen. He's gonna have a chance at a shot here, I guess.
He headshot somebody.
He headshot the demo that's capping, but he needs to not be there because he's gonna die too. R5 spawning, but they're not gonna be able to stop Spire. Ninja Nick has a 100% Uber, so chance to win the game right here for Top Guns.
Yeah, we're going to see that forward hold coming again from R5. It helped them last time. They are at a huge Uber disadvantage, and Shambun's going to kill DJC on the flank somewhere. And now we have a scout destroying Scarlet. Scarlet left at 6 HP. He's trying to equalize out of there.
Oh, God.
Alex.
What the? Oh my god, I hope that was on stream. Duatna gets backed into the corner, getting his head caved in by the equalizer. Stayed alive by just dropping stickies at his feet. He did his soldier impression, man. He shot the ground, but he had to put an extra right click in there. And actually, R5 in a great position after that hold. So people in chat saying GG. Not yet, man. R5 can bring it all the way back here. It would be the biggest comeback I've ever seen. But they do have Uber advantage, and I think they should just push it, Justin. They have to.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe try to get an entry frag and go out there. You're gonna have to do something. You can basically have the top gun sit on their heels and just blow out the time. As we do see a soldier go down, so there's their cue. There's their entry frag, Alex. We do have a soldier trying to get on the point. Now it's about pressuring the combo and the rest of the red team out of yard. So you can the carnage with the snipe's gonna take down the capper, and this can quickly fold for R5. They are down 2.
DJC does his roamer special, even though he's playing pocket, and that is, hello sniper, I'm going to shoot 5 rockets into your face while I jump at you, and take my own life with it. The roamer special on pocket, very rare. Cap does go to R5, but here comes that aggression. No snipers taking shots, but Juna does get taken down. Overseer just snuck into lobby. 100% Uber for Ninja Nick, so leapfrogging away here, and they're going to have to go back to last, and actually right back where they were before the last hold. Chance for the Poops to come in and win.
Yeah, and here's going to be the Uber coming in straight up main. Main Street is popped right now. The Spire is just being capped, and the red Uber is on the last point. No frags as of yet. There we go. Carnage takes on DJC, Alex, and a whole lot of guys on the point. We have a heavy.
We do have a heavy. The heavy actually is very low. Is going to stay alive for now. Will they get the point? DJC is on it. There is a soldier behind. Z Brian's going to walk onto the point. Overseer is up now. It's a scout, the soldier scout, and the 2v1 is going to win the game. The top guns take it 5-1. Not so bad, Justin. You got one round for the underdogs there in that game. Wasn't a total 5-0, but Top Guns definitely outplay. But you know what? I'm gonna make a call here. The star of the game for me was Duatna. That guy is like a true invite demo. He is really, really good. But GGs are gonna go. We're gonna have a post-game interview, I believe, with the Top Guns. So I will try to get them in, but yeah, 5-1, Justin, not so bad. I mean, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
The lag was certainly bad. But yeah, any thoughts?
Not so bad at all. You know, this team is entering invite. They're trying to feel things out. They were down their pocket, so not a bad showing. There were many times where they shot themselves in the foot more than they got beat by the other team. So if they iron out those things, you know, watch the demo. I'm confident they can do much better. But a strong showing from Top Guns regardless. I thought Pure played very well, probably settling into the demo role at the invite level, now that it's his second season on it.
Yeah.
And they did good.
Yeah, actually, I thought Pure played really well. Definitely the best game I've seen him play as demo. He had a couple big sprees, turned various fights around, led his team in damage, something we didn't see a lot of last season with Siegel. But look at Duatna, man, 320 damage. Just, you guys are good. All right, I'll stop talking about Duatna. We do have Sean Bud, who has already entered, of course, is casted in here with us, so he knew the info. I hope, Sean, that you're throwing the info towards your teammates. Yes. I don't know, because I don't have many of them, but we'll try to get more of the Top Guns. GG, man, you guys are, what, 3-0 now, right?
Undefeated.
Nice. The season. This year's HRG right here, guys. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
So we said it. You guys clearly the better team there. Across the board, your team played very well. Seemed like Grape was going ham on mid, just jumping as far as possible. Was there any special strat you guys used, or was it just aggressive roamer and try to follow up?
Yeah, we tried to heal scouts a lot on the mid. I'm not really sure what Grape does, but it usually seems pretty effective.
There's the roamer thing, man. DJC's first ever game on Pocket. I got to look at the stats here. I unminimized TrukTruk's beautiful streamage. I'm gonna take a look here. DJC ended up going 12-19. That's way better than I thought he would. So what's who's incoming? Anyone, or is it just you?
I thought more people were on the way.
They just don't care. God, something tells me Brad won't show up. It's too bad. I was gonna say he did well. Okay, chat. So we have Sean Bud here for right now. So if you have any questions for Sean Bud, it's not like he streams all the time. You can just ask him questions whenever. By the way, hopefully Thursday the lag gets worked out because we have a big time game. The number 1 and number 2 teams of the last 2 seasons are going to be playing in a game on Badlands. So we really can't ask for a better game. I don't know who I'm casting with. Might be this Brooklyn guy right here with me. Kind of hoping it is, but otherwise I'll find somebody. Somebody will cast this game with me. It's going to be HRG versus Mix-Up. It'll be worth the price of admission, which is, nothing. So that's good. Hey, we got someone else here. Ninja Nick, Vector
Jesus.
Medic.
You guys wouldn't let me in. What's up with that?
Yeah, we have a token to, it's, a little fail-safe just in case, someone wants to come in mid-cast and say something. Just kidding. Ninja Nick, the medic. So we have him as well. If you have any questions for him, GG, man. You guys are 3-0. It's probably refreshing for you. I think Vector started out like 0-8 or something last season, right? So you guys right now are in line to get a land spot. That's pretty cool for you, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Is there anything that you saw from your perspective? That match go how you expected? Did you think it would be easier, harder, or anything?
We kind of counter-stratted for Mela a lot, and then Mela didn't show up, so I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, I don't know either, but you see DJC, and I'm sure that put just total fear into your system as a medic. It's like, oh man, DJC is playing Soldier in this match. What am I gonna do? I have to completely prepare myself to drop Ubers left and right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we just weren't sure what to expect since it wasn't Mela, and we practiced for Mela basically, Mela and Duatna.
Sean Bud, I have a. I don't even know if you know Fastfire. I don't even know if Fastfire is watching. Justin, I haven't talked to Fastfire since the days of MMM. He just messaged me and said, tell Sean Bud to come see me at Foot Locker. I'm going to give him a free pair of sneakers for great play. So, Sean Bud, I don't know if you want to take that up. I'm sure his Foot Locker is in the seedier part of town. If you want to, it's a pair of sneakers for you, I guess.
Nice.
It's good. It's a big play. And we do have Carnage joining us as well. I think you were top fragging, just like the old days there. It's cool for me to get to see you again. How has your return to Invite and TF2 been for you, man?
So far it's been pretty fun. It's nice to play the game again. Had a nice little break and get to shoot everyone all over again.
How has the game changed, in your opinion, since back when you were considered the best player? Has it gotten harder? Has the meta changed in a way that you've noticed, or is it kind of the same?
Well, me personally, I can't play like a retard anymore and just get away with my aim. I actually have to think out scenarios before I go in. So I would say the meta's changed a lot. Like, for example, tonight you noticed people were going under the point on Badlands. Like, yep. What? Yeah, the only class ever go under there back in the day was the Pyro. And, yeah, pretty much. Blackstar.
That's right. That is the last time anyone will ever say that name on this stream. The Blackstar's name. All right, so we have Carnage as well, one of the historical members of our community. If you have any questions for him as well. The only one that I've gotten so far sent to me from Lame Effects, Oh My Zeus, wants to know, how is it like playing with Ninja? So I guess you guys are going to say nice things because he's right here and you're not dicks. But Sean Bud, how has it's the first 3 games or the first month of playing with Ninja Nick been? Is medicing as good as the Fragile?
Yeah. I don't know. Good buffs, good guy, good comms. I don't. Yeah, what
shit,
is he?
Say shit.
Does he want me to say bad things?
I want you to just say something really mean. I
don't have a whole lot of bad things to say.
A whole lot? That means you have.
Well,
something.
I don't have any bad things to say.
Nick doesn't like to heal me. I don't like him.
Okay, question from Handcuffed. I guess they want to know about your former roommate. Is Relic coming back this season? What's the deal with Relic, by the way?
I don't know. I don't know about that. Grape's been playing well in Relic's absence. I thought Relic was on board, and then I heard about this Taiwan thing.
Yeah, what is the Taiwan thing?
I have no idea. I heard Brad.
Can you
I
blame
remember Brad telling me oh, Relic's going to be in China for the first week. We're using Grape, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, but then I see this fatality thing, and I'm like, lol. So who knows?
Okay, so maybe I think there's a forum thread. Right? I didn't even read this. I clicked it and I saw this weird poster, and it kind of creeped me out. I don't know what the hell's going on. So can you summarize what's going on with Relic? Because I think a lot of people miss seeing his shenanigans.
Pretty much, John. Well, we land with Fatality prior to CPL 04, and we're all playing practice matches and everything else, and John was just pooping on everyone. Poop dollar! And Kyle beat him Relic beat him one game, and that was that. They played more. The next game, he beat them by 80 and just slaughtered everyone from there on out. And years later, literally years later,
I was gonna say,
John approaches. Oh, wait. Relic challenges John. There you go.
Okay.
He challenges John and pretty much says, we're gonna do this, and you're gonna fly out and have fun. Pretty much. So
I hope. I'm sure that someone will post the stream if that is streamed eventually.
Yeah, it's the 8th, I believe.
How does Taiwan tie into this?
It's like the Thrilla in Manila,
just a marketing thing for Fatality's gaming stuff is what I assume.
I can't remember who it's. What RAM company? Cannot think of it right now.
Well, we don't want to give them any unpaid advertising on our stream. If you want your product mentioned, you have to pay the money.
But okay, well, A-Ram Company.
No!
Oh! Starts with an O and ends with a Z.
Okay, I don't actually care. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so good luck to Kyle. I guess I thought that Grape played well too. Okay, Red TF2, the number one TrukTruk fan in the game, and I guess I would be number 2 behind him. What do you guys think about Duwatna on R5? I gave him a lot of credit on stream, and looking at the stats, man, he went crazy. Top frag in the game, top damage in the game. His first season of Invite, he seems to me like a legit Invite demo. Very good, yeah.
Just very good damage. He's kind of like a, I don't know. There's a lot of demos up and coming, like kind of like him and Zalox. I'd say that if their team plays around them properly, they'll hit every shot and do 1,000,000 damage. You know, but I don't think any teams have really adapted to like their styles yet. So we'll see. I think Brad's been doing really well though too.
I think they just have a very like specific play style, and if you let them play with their team and like their team plays around them, they'll hit every shot and just do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Okay, I asked the counter to this question earlier, so it's only fair. Ninja Nick Limboyo wants to know, how is playing with Top Guns compared to Vector? And since Vector's not here, you can be as mean as you want.
I mean, I love everyone on Vector. They're cool guys, but
where's the shit talk? Okay, so what?
I don't know. There weren't expectations on Vector. It's cool to like fight for a land spot and have a little more pressure in games. It's a little more exciting.
Okay, all right. You can just add in plus our shit. No, I'm just kidding. We love Vector too. Okay, so what's the expectation for this season? Sean, you're the only member in here that made land last season, and I'm sure you guys have 3-0 start, thinking a return to land should be in the cards as of right now. Is that about right?
I hope so. We haven't. I think our first test is going to be Thursday against Tryhards. I think we kind of won the games we're supposed to win, which is nice. Since kind of last season we had a really rocky start and lost a couple games that we shouldn't have, and made the road to land much rockier, I guess.
Yeah.
LOL, but yeah. It's definitely a good start. 3-0 is a good way to start the first 3 games.
Carnage, you live like down the road from land, so I'm sure when you signed on to play with these guys, did you thinking this is a team that's good enough to make land, or no?
Well, I mean, initially I was going to play with Solus, and then Pure messaged me about Justin, and obviously I'd rather play with people that I've known for years instead of playing with people I don't know at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed all the people on Solus and everything, but it just, I had a better opportunity with people I knew, and I had previous experience with, which always helps. And living close to land is always a bonus. Have to put like $5 of gas in my car to get there. Literally, it takes like 15-minute drive.
And Sean Bud, your scout buddy, will be driving for 15 hours. Road trip with Z Brian. Classic. Okay, one last question, then we'll do shoutouts and go on our merry way here. Who do you think, other than the obvious 2 choices, HRG and Mix-Up, and I guess yourself, who are you most afraid of taking the 3rd, 4th, and 5th spots in Invite? Like the teams that you think are kind of in your guys' direct competition for maybe 3rd and 4th. Not that you guys can't beat 1 and 2. That's kind of a dick question, but you know what I mean. Like the next tier of teams, is there maybe a team that we haven't brought up or casted that you think has a chance to make land too?
Well, go ahead.
Personally, Tryhards I think they have the most potential just based on their roster and their DM abilities and whatnot. It seems like they're coming together pretty well. Madmen also, they were really, really dominant in IM, and they were also, beating some Invite teams in their scrims. I don't know if they've, lost some of their mojo going into Invite or something. They don't seem as confident or something. But I assume they'll start to tighten it up a little bit too.
Okay. Is that agreed upon there, Ninja?
Yeah, definitely tryhards. As long as they, I think they're having some issues with Blaze or something, not showing up and stuff. But if they iron that out,
yes,
they'll be
I
fine.
Heard about that yesterday.
Yeah, they're definitely up there.
If you guys have any drama on your team, you have to stream it. It's TF2 rule. Didn't know if you guys knew that.
We were talking about this. We're like
we were gonna
talking
make
about
fake
loading
drama.
up a stream and then talking about cutting someone or I don't know.
Yeah.
Run a few commercials. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Run an ad over here?
Stay tuned. We'll find out if Brad's going to get the axe or not next week.
Yeah, that was a joke. All right, so let's do shoutouts and then go home. Unless, Bloodsire, you have anything you want to add or ask or anything?
No, I think we covered everything pretty well.
Yeah, we always do. We're the best. High five, man. Good cast. All right, Carnage, we'll start with you alphabetically. Shoutouts.
Shout out to everyone on my team. Shout out to my fans. Hopefully, Meat Shot Volume 5 will be something in the future.
Oh, I brought that up earlier. Was there a 4? Damn it. I said, there's footage for Meat Shot number 4, but if there is a 4.
I corrected you.
Damn it. God,
Yeah, you
Alright.
are bad. And shout out to Bloodsire. You're not sorry.
You're not.
Oh, man. All right, that's
Bring
good.
your boys.
We quoted that too. Man, we did everything today. All right, and Ninja Nick, shoutouts.
Shout out to Vector. Love you guys. I don't know. Shout out to Jav. He's on like a top 3 IM team, I think. And shout out to the Nerds and his team in Open, mentoring them.
I thought you were talking about us, Sean. Okay.
No, one more.
Oh, go ahead.
Shout out to Stone Chink.
There you go. Can't go through a cast without a shout out for Stone Chink. Okay, John Bud, you're up.
Shout out to my Wasteland buds. Whisker Biscuit, thanks for all your help with everything, keeping me cracking the whip and helping me finish charity stuff. Shout out to TrukTruk, doing awesome on cam, and Bear for casting a lot of matches already this season. And shout out to the team and Papa John's.
Papa John's, man.
Domino's.
Okay, Red TF2's got it. My last shout out, well, you know what, I'm going to invert this. Usually I go to Bloodsire or my co-caster first, but TrukTruk, shout out to him, dealing with a shitty STV. I guess we found the cure to it. Not ideal having 0.5 interp while watching a game, as I'm sure anyone who's tried knows, or watched this game. Hopefully for Thursday, or if they cast tomorrow, they clean that up. Tomorrow we're doing Fully Charged. Only confirmed guest I have is Huey Lewis. I'm trying to find someone. We're going to talk about the Valve meeting that occurred between Sal and Eckstein. It'll be fun, I guess. Maybe. No. Yeah. That's actually going to be an hour later than usual because Sal's making the dollar bills and he's going to be late. He's got the oil baron meeting. I don't know. Anyway, Justin.
Yes.
Anything you want to add before we say goodnight?
Yeah, shout out to, as always, our cameraman TrukTruk, to Twitch John, both the teams that we casted tonight. Good match. Shout out to you, cbear, and a special shout out to Laronix, who bought me Batman Arkham Asylum today for no reason other than that he felt like buying it for me. So thanks, buddy.
He's trying to get into AA. I probably already is. All right, well, that's going to do it. One more big shout-out to TrukTruk. Sucks dealing with bad Source TV, but as usual, just blaze right through it like a champ. We'll see you guys at least on Thursday. Don't know, other than Fully Charged, if anything's happening on this channel tomorrow. I assume it is, and I assume the Source TV will be questionable. So pressure ESEA, go post on their website. Say, fix this, idiots. Except probably don't want to say the idiots part, because they're fine. But anyway, we'll see you guys on Thursday, or at least I will see you guys, well, hopefully tomorrow if you turn into the show, but Thursday at least. But for all of us, we'll see you later. Good night.